Hello.
Hello.
So we're back to our Disney conversation. If you watched our video last week, Christian and I went camping last weekend and had a good time.
The week before that, I was writing a paper, so I wasn't
me.
able to be part of the conversation. But I'm back, and I passed those classes, so
Woohoo!
bonus is there all around.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about our perfect day at Hollywood Studios.
Ooh, there's so much to do at Hollywood Studios.
Especially now.
Yeah, especially now with Galaxy's Edge. There's so much to do. It's definitely a full day park from rope drop all the way until until closing. And it's even more condensed now with COVID and having this reduced capacity as well as park hours. So you kind of have to be strategic with how you do things.
When I was there in October, okay, Sansa, go away. When I was there in October, the park opened at 10, but I got there before 10. I was on 2 rides before 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but you also had to get up really early to get onto the Skyliner gondolas.
Yeah, so I was in line for the Skyliner at like 6, I think, after going for a run and then waiting in line until it started running at like 8:30.
Yeah, so just make sure if you're going to get there for rope drop, make sure that you have your transportation methods figured out, and make sure that you know and anticipate the lines that are going to happen.
Yeah. Today's Hollywood Studios hours, it opens at 9, so it just opened a little bit ago, and it's open till 8 o'clock tonight. So, my perfect day at Hollywood Studios would start at 6:58 a.m. being on the app to get a boarding group.
Attempt to get a boarding
Oh, no. See, on my perfect day, I would get a boarding group for Rise of the Resistance.
Now, mind you, if you don't get it at the 7 o'clock drop, they do have a secondary one at 1 o'clock. And that, excuse me, that's an important thing to note is park hopping is back, but that doesn't start until 2 o'clock. So if you don't have a park pass for Hollywood Studios for that day, you're not getting on Rise of the Resistance. So even if you park hop over, so just something to point out.
The 7 o'clock one you can do from your house, from your hotel. It's not like when you had to be in the park. If you have a park pass for that day,
and it's logged in your My Disney Experience account,
then you can try to get a park pass.
Which is really good. I mean,
a boarding group.
Yeah, a boarding group. It's really good compared to the way it was. Everybody was just funned in there. They were all trying to get...
At the beginning. But then when I was there in October, because I'd already gone on 2 rides by the 10 o'clock, at that point it was 10 o'clock when you could try and get a boarding group. I was on Sunset Boulevard, leaning against a lamp pole, trying to get...
Yeah, but I'm just thinking about the first time we went to Galaxy's Edge.
But it worked out because pre-COVID, we did get a boarding group. We were, we got on the ride at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
And it's really definitely something worth getting. So I think on our perfect day,
we'd get it.
We would get it.
That's another thing. There is more opportunity, slightly more opportunity now than compared to when I was there in October, because they've added plexiglass to all the ride vehicles. So before it was you could only put 1 party per vehicle, but now you can put 2.
You can put 8 party per row.
Yeah, so you've essentially doubled the capacity of the ride, because if there was 1 person, like I was by myself, then that's 1 ride vehicle to that 1 person. And now you can put, a party of 2 and a party of 3.
Yeah. So it increases the capacity. It means that more people can ride it. So that's all good things all around. So
that would be how my day would start.
My day would definitely start the same way. I would want to get that just secure. I'm not really picky as to what time I ride Rise of the Resistance.
I get on
but as long as I have a boarding group for that, because it is an amazing, amazing ride. But right after that, because fast passes aren't a thing right now, but if fast passes were, I'd make sure that I had a fast pass for Slinky Dog Dash.
Yeah.
But I would also go to Slinky Dog, either that or I would go to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I'm not sure which. I think I would go for Slinky first, and then Chance Minnie.
So I would eat some breakfast before going to the park.
I forgot about breakfast.
So
where are we having breakfast?
I'd probably just eat at the resort or eat in our room or something.
Go for the gusto.
No. Because no, see, you have to think it's now during COVID time.
Now during COVID times, yeah. But during not COVID times, I mean, the buffet.
Hollywood and Vine.
Yeah, Hollywood and Vine.
But see, getting a reservation before park opening at Hollywood Studios doesn't do you any good.
No, it doesn't.
So it used to, you could finish your breakfast and then go get in line for a ride. But now, like I said, with COVID. Being on, no, not even COVID, being on rides, 2 rides. I was on Runaway Railway and Tower of Terror before the park officially opened. And so if you have a reservation that ends at, say, you know, right when the park opens, you've missed out on your chance to get on rides and shorter lines.
Yeah, that's true.
So I would say for Hollywood Studios Day that I would get breakfast. You know, I'd eat breakfast in the room or from the resort food court wherever we'd be staying at, and then I'd head to the park. But that's just me. I'd also, on my perfect day, probably not take the Skyliner to the park. No. Now, I like the Skyliner. I really do. But it took, you know, 2+ hours of waiting in line in October to get on the Skyliner. And then I was lucky that I didn't have to wait in the second line at Caribbean Beach because I was one of the first, well, I was the second person from Pop Century. So they let the first few of us in straight into the line because we'd been in line for hours. But, you know, once you got to that point where they were like, nope, go in the regular line, it was another 45-minute wait to get from Caribbean Beach onto the Skyliner again to go the rest of the way to Hollywood Studios. So I would drive because we'd have our car.
Yep. And going forward, we'll always have our car.
Yeah. So definitely drive and then get in line to get into the park.
Yep.
So you said you'd go straight to Slinky Dog. I would go, on my perfect day, I'd probably go straight to Mickey and Minnie's. Because, yes, lots of people are going straight to it. But, if you're there early enough, like I was in October, because I got into the park at 9:07. Don't ask me why I remember that. I just do. I walked in, and I went straight to Mickey and Minnie, and I only waited for like 20 minutes. Totally doable. Now, wait times vary. You might have a chance later in the day where it's only 45 minutes, and I'd wait for that, and Christian was really excited to ride it. But, you know, there's also days where it can get up to like 2 hours, and I don't want to wait 2 hours to ride it no matter how cute the ride is. Yeah. So I would go straight to Mickey and Minnie if you're there early enough. If the wait time is already something like during the day, and then probably go to Slinky.
Yeah, having never ridden it before, I mean, yeah, Mickey and Minnie's is...
Right now it has a 35-minute wait, and the park has been open for 33 minutes.
So,
Going straight to that,
got?
Slinky has a 70. But Slinky never really gets below that.
True, and that's why...
By too much.
That's why I think that I would kind of gamble the Mickey and Minnie, and I'd go straight to Slinky, knock it out of the way, and then... shift over to Mickey and Minnie when it was a little bit lower.
Yeah. See, I think really I had a pretty much perfect day at Hollywood Studios in October, except for the fact that I didn't get a boarding group for Rise of the Resistance. Aside from that, I was able to ride all of the rides. I was able to see Kylo Ren a couple of times. I had my Bronto wrap, my green milk, I had treats. And it was a really good day, except that I didn't get on that ride. But having been on it before, it wasn't, you know, a huge letdown. So
I definitely think that after we're done with with whatever ride we ride initially, like roll over to Galaxy's Edge and start looking around cool places, see what the wait time for the Millennium Falcon is.
It's 45 right now.
Yeah, so start looking at that and then just hanging out. Honestly, from there we've got the big stuff out of the way. The major stuff that we definitely need to hit early, and then after that, just kind of watch the app and figure out, okay, if Tower of Terror has a short wait, then roll over there real quick.
That's the thing. Tower of Terror, I don't think short waits are a thing with it anymore.
Really?
We've watched a lot of videos where Tower of Terror, because you can only fit so many people in there right now. When I was on it, you could only, so there's 6 rows, right? You could only have one party in each of the corners, with the middle row on each side's completely empty. So that limits that, plus cleaning time, plus the length of the ride. There's only so many elevators. So right now, 35 minutes after park opening, Tower of Terror has a 55-minute wait.
Valid.
So
yeah, I think Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster with COVID times it's
Rock and Roller Coaster wasn't bad when I went on it.
Yeah.
The only problem was that the line was zigzagging in front of the building, which I don't think it does anymore, and it was just so hot that day.
For the social distancing factor,
So hot. But, okay, so I would definitely do Mickey and Minnie. I'm the only one who really wants to go on Tower of Terror, so if I don't go on it, it's fine. Or I could go stand in a slightly longer line. I will not wait in line for anything longer than 60 minutes. I don't care what it is. Nope, not happening. Unless it's like a brand new ride, like when the Ratatouille ride opens in October. I could wait a little longer, but I don't like wasting my time just standing in a really long line when I could be doing a bunch of rides that have shorter lines. So, okay, Mickey and Minnie, Slinky Dog. Maybe we divide and conquer.
Maybe.
Because Bella can't go on Slinky, she's not tall enough yet.
Take Christian on Slinky with me and you go with her.
Yeah, and then you guys could go
Swap
on Mickey later. So I think from there, not worry about Tower of Terror until later, or if, I get on Mickey and Minnie fast enough and can get over to Tower of Terror.
Like you did before.
Yeah. So then, you said Galaxy's Edge. I think before heading over to Galaxy's Edge, I'd do Alien Swirling Saucers and Midway Mania, just because we'd already be in Toy Story Land.
And because I'm pretty sure that they've removed that restriction of that's only an out gate.
Well, it depends on the time of day.
Oh, that's true.
Because in the morning rush, they want everybody going the same
way.
But then later on, you can...
Yeah, and I mean later on in the day, it'd probably be around that time we could hit what we want in Toy Story Land and then go through that gate to Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
So.
Probably by that time it'd be lunchtime.
Ooh, that's gonna be a hard decision, but I mean I think we know what's gonna win. Ronto wraps all around.
Ronto wrap. Well, I'm not buying 4 Ronto wraps.
No, we'll buy 2.
Like $60.
We'll buy 2. Enjoy them.
Ronto wraps, and Christian wants a blue milk.
Yeah. I want to try a green milk, so. Ooh, that's what we could do for breakfast if we weren't in a rush. Do breakfast Ronto wraps.
That's true. Yeah, I've heard it's good. Ronto wraps and some blue and green milk. And then probably, if it's our perfect day and we're lucky, our boarding group would be coming up.
Yeah.
We'd get on that and probably do Smuggler's Run as well. Maybe have Christian build another droid. He really wants to build an R2 unit.
He has a BB unit. He wants an R2 unit. Then maybe head over to Star Tours. Okay.
I will skip it with Bella. I did ride Star Tours in October because it was the last ride in the park besides Rides of the Resistance for me. It gives me a headache.
Yeah. So Christian and I will go ahead and get on that. And then maybe after that...
Well, while we're right there, we'd have to get a Wookiee cookie from Backlot Express.
That's true. A Wookiee cookie is important. But are we limiting ourselves to only one cookie, not of the Wookiee kind?
No, we'd get a Num Num cookie,
Yes.
but they're not near each other.
No, we would take care of that later.
At some point, we'd get a Num Num cookie, but I think if we're right there by...
Get a Wookiee cookie, split it the 4 ways. I mean, because
Yeah.
the Wookiee cookie is not as big as the Num Num cookie, so...
I don't know, I didn't have one. I ordered it and they were out.
So they gave you 2 boxes of bones.
They did,
which is cool. So yeah, hit that, get the Wookiee cookie, and then probably because we're over there to hit Muppets. I mean, it's a.
I think
if the wait time
the
isn't
wait
ridiculous.
times have been really long for that as well, just because of showtime and you can only put so many people in the theater.
And the queue has been ridiculous, whereas normally you just walk right in with COVID and social distancing. That queue is consistently outside of the...
All over the place.
Yeah.
So... right now it's 10 minutes.
Okay.
But again, the park's been open for 40 minutes, so people went to like
everything
the
else,
big rides
yeah,
first.
Definitely.
Because
that's about the length
Star
of it.
Tours is 10. Walt Disney Presents is 20. 25 for Mania, 10 for Swirling Saucers. Dude, I'd get in that line.
Oh yeah, I would get in that line
45 for Smuggler's Run.
Isabella loves the Swirling Saucers.
Now that she's telling
Yeah, now she's... Christian loved tomatoes at Disney's California Adventure. So, and it's the same style ride, so I think that she will love that.
Oh,
Plus, she loves the whipping kind of action. So, yeah.
I think if after Star Tours and the Wookiee cookie, my next stop, because you and Christian and Bella haven't seen it, would be the Mickey Theater for the new Mickey short.
The one where you get to see Potato Land.
Potato Land. Yeah, it's a super cute short. The theater is super cute, and then afterwards you can take pictures with some backdrops of there's Potato Land, there's the Panda one, Yodelberg, and I think there's one more. But it's super cute, and it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
So I would do that.
True.
And then depending on wait time, if Christian wants to do it because I'm pretty sure he's tall enough now. See if he wanted to do Rockin' with one of us. That's the thing for Bella, there's not too crazy much that little kids can do at Hollywood Studios. It's better now because it used to just be Toy Story Mania, and when it was there, the Great Movie Ride. But during the time before Mickey and Minnie, there was
very limited.
She could just do Mania. So our last trip, not my last trip, your last trip.
Yeah.
When we just did Hollywood Studios, she was kind of just like sitting around, like running around Galaxy's Edge because there wasn't much for her to do.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't tall enough for Swirling Saucers. But now she's tall enough for that. She can go on Mania. She can go on Runaway Railway. But that's still it. So.
It's still limited, but I mean, for the bigger kids and the kids at heart, there's a lot to do.
Yeah, Hollywood Studios is definitely the thrill park out of the 4. So.
Yeah. So here's the question though. We've completed most of the rides here. What are we doing for dinner? We had a Rancho Wrap for lunch on your perfect day.
On my perfect day, there'd be dining plans, and I wouldn't have to pay out of pocket for 4 of us to eat dinner in the park.
It's true, but our perfect day is there is a dining plan.
Okay. See, that's a hard one. I like eating in the park at Hollywood Studios. I think I'd probably go with Sci-fi for dinner. What about you?
See, I'm torn. I like Sci-fi. I like the food. I like the atmosphere. But I also like Mama Melrose. That's a good Italian spot.
50s is good too.
50s is good too. Like all the food, and I mean we've never been to Brown Derby because it's super expensive, isn't it?
It's a signature.
Yeah.
I don't want to use 2 dining credits for a Cobb salad.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. So I mean I'm torn between the 3. They all 3 have really good food. The chicken parm at Mama Melrose, the fried chicken, the meatloaf at 50s. The picnic burger at Sci-Fi, the steak at Sci-Fi, all really great. The milkshakes are really good.
But 50s has a peanut butter and jelly milkshake.
Yeah. So, ooh.
I'd pick Sci-fi though.
I know. I'm between Sci-fi and Mama and 50s prime time. I'd probably go with Sci-fi as well. The movies are really fun.
It's fun sitting in the
It's
car.
fun sitting in the car.
The only downside of Sci-fi is it's really dark.
Yeah. So seeing your food.
You're like, what? Use a flashlight to like. See.
And the other negative to Sci-fi is that you have a limited space to put your food on, so it gets kind of cramped. And for big people like me, it's a little cramped, but not too bad when you're in a standard car table, as opposed to a bigger regular table like we've sat at before. So yeah, Sci-fi would be good with me. So
Alright, so Ronto wrap and colorful milk.
yes.
Blue and green. Num Num cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Wookie cookie. Sci-fi dine-in for dinner.
Yep.
I think maybe see what the wait time looks like for Slinky.
And do
Do a like getting
Nighttime.
dark, but it's not gonna be dark
Dark.
for long because park closing at 8 o'clock and days are getting
Mhm.
longer. But maybe like a dusk ride on Slinky Dog, a walk through Galaxy's Edge when it's all lit up
Mhm.
because it's super cool at night.
It really is.
Pictures with the Millennium Falcon.
The Millennium Falcon at dusk is really cool too. Like
I'll
it's
take
really.
a picture.
Mhm.
So I think that'd be my perfect day at Hollywood Studios. I know a lot of people are after the reservations or the walk-ups at Oga's, but
Yeah.
I mean we'll do it someday. But it's not I have to go get it. The drinks sound good, but
Mhm.
again, Disney prices for drinks for the two of us to get separate drinks at Oga's
Would be
with
like $30-$40.
yeah.
And that's ridiculous when you can get.
Plus, then we'd have to get the kids a non-alcoholic
Yeah.
one, and that's another. But Christian probably wouldn't like any of them because most of them are like fruit
Mhm.
brews with lemonade or something. So
Yeah. So Oga's is
someday
someday we'll do it.
it looks cool.
Yeah. The fuzzy tauntaun looks
Sounds
really fun.
good.
Yeah. Sounds
But-
good. Tastes good from what we've heard. So
You know, it's not a we have to do
No.
it to have a perfect day.
no, definitely not.
Ooh, we'd also have to see some of the like if by chance we were going by when some of the character cascades are going by.
Kids are going by.
Like I caught the Mickey one and the Pixar one, which just like by chance I was sitting there eating at Backlot Express when one went by.
Oh yeah, I remember
I
that.
was just like, oh, the music changed.
Mhm.
Time to get up from the table. Yeah,
But I think that would be our idea of a perfect day at Hollywood Studios.
sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I think if it was Christian's perfect day, he'd probably build a droid, eat a Num Num cookie, drink a blue milk,
Go on.
eat a Ronto wrap, go on both Star Wars rides, ride Slinky Dog, Mickey and Minnie, and he'd call it good.
Yeah.
He really wouldn't care about anything else.
That's absolutely true.
Star Wars, roller coasters, he's all about roller coasters. Wonder where he gets that from. And yeah, he's all about, he wants to build another droid.
Yeah. He's all about Star Wars and building droids. So
Yeah, Bella, like I said, there's not
not too much that she can
crazy
do
much
right
that
now.
she can do, but
But-
she do the 3 rides she can
Oh,
do.
absolutely. And I think when she gets older, she'll do the same things that her brother will.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the thing with Bella, because she's a girl, and we're smaller to begin with, she's also getting my height, not yours like
Christian does.
And because she was a preemie, she's smaller than Christian was at this age. But it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, she gets to enjoy, I guess, the little kid rides for a little bit longer than, you know, he did.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. She'll get there eventually, and that'll be good. So,
next week, we'll be talking about the 4th park, most people's favorite, the iconic Magic Kingdom. That one's going to take some thinking because what rides would we go on? What foods would we eat?
Also, you got to figure with us, most of the time, it's not a where do we go first, it's a which way do we go first. Do we go left or do we go right?
Yeah.
So
But we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that when we get to next week's video. So.
Yep. Thanks for watching. We're gonna put my Hollywood Studios Day when I was there in October and throw some Hollywood Studios pictures like cookies that are nummy. Yeah, thanks for watching. Give us a like, subscribe, share us with your friends, you know, all that good stuff. Yeah. See you next week.
Bye.